It is officially Halloween time, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest time of year. And it will continue to be Halloween time
forever.
It is always Halloween time. And if anybody tries to tell you any differently, sweep their ankles and walk away. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
Sweep the leg.
I love Halloween. Everything is spooky, everyone's letting their inner ghoul out and sipping pumpkin spice lattes. Or PSLs if you're in the know like me. The Halloween season also has its own soundtrack that encompasses genres like metal and emo and novelty songs. I've talked about a few of these artists in the past, but what if I told you that I found a list of the ultimate Halloween bands?
Would you believe me?
Trick or treat.
Aren't you guys a little old for this?
Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Trevor and I am eternally uncool. I make videos about music, music culture, and anything that interests me. But mostly music right now. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, then I highly recommend subscribing to the channel and watching the rest of this video. Over the past 2 years that I've been making videos, I've talked about several Halloween related bands and artists. Ice Nine Kills, Ghosts, Bobby Boris Pickett, and they're all excellent artists to include on your Halloween costume party playlist. I mean, Boris Pickett wrote the Monster Mash, the greatest Halloween song of all time.
He did the Monster Mash.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But are these bands the perfect Halloween bands? No. I'm sad to say it, but no. When I realized that Halloween was fastly approaching, I locked in and I started doing my research. It was a lot of work. I was under the impression that there was more Halloween bands just floating around out there. But there's not. Out of all the bands in the whole world, it's like
2%.
But I found them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got them.
I know you're all just itching for some good Halloween music. You've got costume parties and soirees happening all month. You need a soundtrack. And who better to hook you up than your trusted internet music nerd, Eternally Uncool? But before I get into the list, I think I need to put my Halloween costume on, cause I don't think this is gonna cut it. Ah, that's much better. Now, grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get into the video. Okay, we're starting off strong with a heavy metal band.
Let's roll!
Nothing goes better with Halloween than heavy metal. And I think this band is probably one of the best for the Halloween season. And it's not just because of their name. Helloween is a power metal band from West Hamburg, Germany. They formed in 1984 when metal was like the dominant force in rock music because of bands like Metallica and Anthrax and Slayer all getting super big. With song titles like The Phantom of Death, Dr. Stein, and Halloween.
I mean, come on.
An album art that looks like this, and this. It's kinda hard not to associate Helloween with Halloween. Honestly, like I said, you can't go wrong with heavy metal on Halloween. But maybe heavy metal isn't your thing. Maybe you, like me, are more into pop punk and emo. If that's the case, our next band might just do the trick. Or treat. I always thought that emo, and to a point pop punk, always kind of fit the Halloween and fall season perfectly. There's this vibe that both the genre and the season have. Nostalgia. And nostalgia is very important to an adult on Halloween. Because we can't trick or treat. Apparently it's not socially acceptable or whatever.
Aren't you guys a little old for this?
But most emo bands aren't overtly spooky.
And I said most.
Don't come at me in the comments with My Chemical Romance, because I know. I know. But what if there was a band that combined the musical stylings of American football with the spooky season? That is where the Halloweekend comes in. I couldn't find much on this band, like there's not a lot of information on them out there. I only found their Bandcamp and some of their music re-uploaded to the Chill Wave YouTube channel. Their music has been perfectly described as Hallowemo, a portmanteau of Halloween and emo. I don't think I needed to explain that to you, but I just wanted to use the word portmanteau. I think it makes me sound smart. They only have 2 EPs. The first released on October 31st of 2020, and the second released on October 31st of 2022. You know, I'm sensing a theme here, I just can't put my finger on it. The Halloweekend hasn't released anything since their last EP in 2022, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest. I literally just found this band while looking for Halloween bands. I hope they're still around. What if they just released like a third EP after I made this video? Like on Halloween, they released that third Halloweekend EP? That would be like a Halloween miracle. Sometimes you find bands that just perfectly encapsulate the spirit of Halloween all year round. From their aesthetics, to their lyrics, to just their overall sound. These artists just live, breathe, eat, sleep, shit Halloween. I'm sorry, that was kind of graphic. I grossed myself out with that one. They are professionals in the art of Halloween. And one of those professionals goes by the name Harley Poe.
Can't you see, can't you see, can't you see I'm in pain? Give me some truth to the other side, at least tell me your name.
Harley Poe is a folk punk band formed in 2003 by Joseph Whiteford after the dissolution of his previous band. Whitefield wanted to incorporate more horror film themes and references into his music. Harley Poe took a lot of influence from horror punk and gothabilly bands like The Cramps, as well as folk punk and indie bands like The Violent Femmes. Their music has been described as a toe-tapping, gore-filled, blood-splattered romp, as well as extremely dark, demented, and twisted beyond belief.
High praise.
And the lyrical themes stand in stark contrast to the acoustic guitar strumming of the music, which I think makes it all a lot spookier.
1, 2, 3, 4, nail the two-bedroom door, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's almost like Harley Poe was engineered in a lab to be the perfect Halloween band. If you're into folk punk and also horror movies, and you're looking for a band that perfectly encapsulates both, look no further than Harley Poe. Horror punk is a genre that's not talked about nearly enough outside of the punk rock subculture. There's so many great horror punk bands, but it seems like most people only know Misfits and Samhain, which is fine. They're great bands. However, this Halloween, I think I want to share one of the more underrated horror punk bands. And this horror punk band just happens to be perfect for Halloween. That band is Blitzkid. Blitzkid was formed in Bluefield, West Virginia in 1997 by Argyle Goolsby, real name Stephen Matthews. The band originally started as a duo consisting of Goolsby and guitarist T.B. Monstrosity, real name Tracy Bird. Their sound is heavily influenced by bands like Bouncing Souls, NoFX, and AFI, as well as incorporating heavy horror imagery. If you're looking to add a bit of a punk edge to your Halloween experience, definitely check out Blitzkid. Hopefully you found some good Halloween bands to add to your holiday rotation. What are some Halloween bands you recommend that I didn't mention in this video? Also, what are you gonna be for Halloween this year? I was thinking I'm gonna be a skeleton, mainly because I don't want to buy a costume and I already have a skeleton shirt, skeleton pants, skeleton gloves. It's easy. Let me know in the comments. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then I highly recommend smashing that like button and sharing this video with everyone you know. I'm a small independent content creator who does everything on his own, and I'm really trying to grow this channel. Every like, every comment, every share, any interaction with this video at all helps me out a lot. I'm also trying to grow my Instagram, so if you want to follow me there, you can. But with all that being said, thank you for watching. As always, I'm Trevor. Stay uncool. And that's the end of the video. Goodbye.